He's talking about the long range, and this is a big storm. The Washington, D.C. area is going to get their heaviest snowfall total of the season, or season snowfall total once they're done with this one.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, and here, some people, as I said yesterday, some people are going to sit there and say, what storm? Other people are going to get hit very hard. So let's break down the details. And this is a satellite radar composite. Looks loaded up at 11 o'clock, but most of this was drying up before reaching the ground. There was some mixed precipitation in southwestern Pennsylvania, but for the most part here in Altoona, we started just after noon, and where you see some of the heavier colors here, the snow's coming down a pretty good clip, mainly the southern part of our viewing area. The farther north you get, it is still drying up before reaching the ground. Snow totals so far, Duncansville just over an inch, Everett 3.5, and in Clearville we're about 2.5, as a report a little bit ago. And I do want you to help us out, and you can send reports in to wearecentralpa.com and submit your snowfall report. And the way to measure snow is you don't go and just try to find the highest amount you ever saw. Find it in a flat area, preferably a wooden board out in the middle of the yard. Take measurements often, or if you're going to measure in a yard, take an average across the region. But we do want to keep a track of the accumulations across the region, and we'll pass that on in our Storm Central on our weather blog. This is our storm meter. We rank snowstorms from sweepable storms with very little impact to the big ones, like the blizzards of 93, 94 here in central Pennsylvania. It all depends on where you live. The arrows, well, it's getting pretty high once you get to the area south of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. This is going to be a pretty heavy storm. Not quite up to that level, but it's still going to be a storm that's going to cause a lot of disruptions. Even between I-80 and I-76 is going to be a higher impact event. At least it's on the weekend. That helps things out a little bit. But once you get farther to the south, once you get to the locations that are north of I-80, it's not going to be a sweepable snow. You're going to need shovels, but definitely going to be a situation where it's going to be much less of an impact. And because of that, the winter storm warning in effect for Center and Clearfield counties, down to the south, up to the north, winter weather advisories. Everyone's going to have some slick roads later on tonight into tomorrow. But the good news is this is a fast mover. Energy will be transferred to the coastline, and things will improve for tomorrow. The view with our Altoona Skycam. This is from the Career and Technology Center, looking over to 17th Street, and the roads are getting snow covered. You can see the side street totally snow covered, a little slushy on the main roads. And as the sun's going down now, but during the day in February, the sun does its magic through the clouds, warms the roads up, especially when it's marginal temperatures like what we had for today. But now if the sun's lower in the sky, things are going to get slick pretty quickly once you get, especially from Altoona down to the south. Current temperature in Altoona, 28 degrees, dew point of 25, winds out of the northeast at 8 miles per hour. The view with our Johnstown Skycam, right now the visibility down a bit, the snow coming down, moderate times. We're going to have a report from Johnstown coming up at 5:30 from meteorologist Brian Thompson. Temperature 27 degrees, a dew point of 25, winds out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. Elsewhere across the area, we're below the freezing mark, so now that the sun's down, roads can become slick, especially where the snow's heavier, and that's mainly the southern half of central Pennsylvania. Satellite radar composite, you'll see the snow overspread the region, and this is a pretty big storm. You can see some heavier rainfall across parts of southern Ohio. We're not going to warm it up enough for rain here. It's going to be primarily snow. One storm system cuts through the area, another one develops along the coastline. Places to our south across parts of West Virginia, D.C. suburbs, and into the New Jersey coastline is going to be very similar to that December storm, and people will be measuring that in feet. Far southern Pennsylvania, just like mid-December, some of us are going to get over a foot. Well up to the north, not much at all. Here's your futurecast starting at 8 o'clock in the evening. Here's the one storm to our south and west. There's the storm that's going to be developing along the coastline. We're going to have a transfer of energy from one to the other. This is going to be far enough to the north that, again, that transfer of energy is still going to throw some snowfall across our region. There's a big high-pressure system to the north that's going to block the storm from coming totally up the coastline. So New York State's going to escape this one, but here across central Pennsylvania, we're caught right in the battleground. Southern part of Pennsylvania, heavier snowfall. Northern Pennsylvania, much lighter snowfall. By tomorrow morning, it starts to wrap up a bit and go to the coastline. So snow early tomorrow will taper to snow showers and leftover flurries, and actually some clearing by tomorrow night. High pressure tries to move on in. We'll see some sunshine on Sunday, but with a pretty good snowpack, it's going to be cold in many locations. Total snowfall through tonight. Once we get in the far southern part of our viewing area, you can't see the numbers here, 12 to 18 inches, mostly 12 to maybe 15 in Pennsylvania. 18 plus once you get down into Maryland. 9 to 12 inches for southern Huntington, southern Blair counties. Here in Altoona, I think we're pretty close to the 9-inch mark, between 6 and 9 for Huntington. Farther to the north, 3 to 6 inches. We get north of I-80, a few inches or less. And again, we have that winter storm warning in effect for most of the area. So snow heavier south of Route 22, but still slick roads up to the north. Lows in the 20s. Highs tomorrow in the 20s. So no there. Your 7-day forecast, 24 for a high on Sunday, despite a return of at least some sunshine and just a chance for flurries. Partly sunny on Monday, a high of 28, but in between it's going to be cold at night, and then some more snow showers later Tuesday into Wednesday.
Okay, and today was a big day for Joe. It's National Weather Person's Day, and you had some little ones who wanted to salute you.
Yeah, they wanted to salute me at the